Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, June 13th, 2025, we're analyzing TUSD, covering both recent news and the charts to understand potential future movements. We'll be looking at the daily, hourly, and 15-minute charts. First, let's recap some current events. According to recent searches, there's concern about Trump's big beautiful bill potentially triggering a US debt crisis and a Bitcoin boom. Also, Bitcoin has been experiencing a late Thursday sell-off. Interestingly, Bitcoin just hit a milestone, staying above $100,000 for 30 straight days for the first time. However, CoinDesk reported that crypto markets slumped late in the day yesterday. We'll examine how these events correlate with the chart data. Let's start by looking at the daily chart. We can see a significant uptrend starting around late February 2024, moving from approximately $50,000 to highs around $73,000 in March. Then it consolidated and retraced back down. It then had another run upward into May of 2024, hitting around $71,000 before retracing again down to around $60,000. Then the price moved all the way from around $60,000 to nearly $100,000 at the end of November 2024. Finally, we see that in December 2024, we broke $100,000 and then hit a high of nearly $112,000 in early June of 2025, before retracing to the $105,000 range today, June 13th, 2025. This recent consolidation could be profit-taking, as reported by Yahoo Finance. Now, let's zoom in on the daily chart to see more of the recent activity starting from January 1st, 2025. We see several large swings of around $10,000 to $15,000. Notably, the last three candles show a downtrend, with today's candle indicating a continued downtrend. However, the volume doesn't seem too high. A key support level to watch is around $100,000. If it breaks below this, we could see a further correction down to $90,000 or even lower, influenced by the market's reaction to ongoing economic news and potential regulations. Now, let's examine the 1-hour chart to get a better idea of the current trend. On the 1-hour chart, we see much more clearly the short-term downtrend. We can see a clear resistance at around the $108,800 area. If the price can break above this resistance and that resistance turns into support, we could see a short-term bullish continuation. Otherwise, it will likely test lower to the $105,000 support level we discussed previously. Let's examine the last few days on the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, we can see some support being formed around the $105,500 area, which will likely be a key point of decision over the next few hours. If this support breaks, we should expect further bearish action. But if it holds, we could see a retest of the $106,000 and potentially even the $107,000 levels. In summary, BTCUSD is currently at a crossroads. We're seeing short-term bearish signals, but Bitcoin is still in a long-term uptrend. Key price levels to watch are support around $100,000 and $105,500. Resistance is around $108,800. If the $100,000 support level fails, it is not unlikely that we retest the $90,000 area, especially if the Trump bill crisis and any new negative news from the US Treasury comes to fruition. However, if we break the $108,800 resistance level with conviction, the bulls may be back. Keep an eye on these levels and stay tuned to Explain the Charts for more updates. Thank you.